Wow, what a beautiful day here. 16th of December, 2023. It is 77 degrees here, Southern California. God, it's cold at night, 40 degrees, but yeah. Anyways, here's John. And I noticed, I noticed every once in a while there's a leak on the ground on this 91 300E. It was a big one there. It's disappeared. I felt it. It was coolant. And I checked last night. And there was nothing under there. And I checked today. Right there. So that's right. It's right about the middle of the engine. I thought maybe it was that hose right there, which is this hose. It's a heater core. It's all dry. Freeze plugs. I don't see any. I'm seeing. I had this all apart. I think September when we did a head gasket, and see, it's a little wet right there. So that's just a plug. I could tighten that up. So that's an easy fix. I mean, the car's been running pretty good, for a 30-year-old car. It's not leaking any oil, thank God for that. Just coolant. It happens. I'll tighten it just a little bit. Maybe this one too. One's tight. What else? See a little bit of right here. Let's try to tighten that. Weird, it is 13. It's tight. Might just be old. What else can I look at? So there's something on the engine that's going down right down to the middle. Nothing there. I don't feel anything there. Nothing wet there. That hose right there. Oh, I see a little. Okay, so I see a little drippage right down in there. Yep, I can see a little bit right there. So that's just a matter of a screwdriver. That'd be easy enough. It's supposed to rain next week and get cold. And we need some water here. All right. This was that horrible little hose. Up, I got it on okay. Oh, yeah, a little loose. Tighten it. Tighten it. Okay. So there's that one. What was strange when I saw it a couple days ago, the leak was over on this side on the driveway. And there's this one. So what I'm thinking, something in here. I see no leaks anywhere. Now I'm going to try an experiment. Yeah, it's on. Dang, it's hot out here. Never get a break here in Temecula. Always hot. I have a theory. I'm going to test it out right now. How did it get dark so fast? Anyways, so what I'm thinking of, something I should have checked a long time ago, and I just thought about it. On that one side, on the passenger side, every once in a while I see a puddle. Like I don't know, about 4 days ago, I saw a puddle, and it was coolant, but it was a real kind of weird oily. I thought it was oil at first. I don't know if it was like a little bit of oil and a little bit of coolant. When we blew the head gasket, this is expansion tank was half. It had oil mixing with the coolant, so it was all brown and stuff. So what's happening here is when my son overheated it, he overheated it to where there was no coolant in the engine. And the only place I found coolant when he came home dripping out of was right here, the expansion, or the overflow tank. And what this does, it's all one system. So the car, normally when your car's running, coolant gets hot, it expands. The level of this goes up, right? Because it's expanding. It gets so hot, and then you've got your radiator cap here that's got a kind of a thermostatic device in it, and there's a spring and stuff, and it pushes that up, and then the coolant, instead of going out on the ground like in old cars like my Falcon, it'd be like, oh, okay, there was no recovery tank. It goes this way, and it goes into the this overflow tank, and when you shut the car off and the car cools down, it sucks it back in. So what I'm thinking, I'm just curious to see what's in this tank right here, if there's still some of that coolant mixed with the oil from the blown head gasket. And I'm just wondering if, normal operation, if this thing is full and it's just over, because it has an overflow, then it eventually goes out into the ground here. So that's what I'm going to test for now, just to clear my mind, make sure that's not completely full from the old overheating thing. Yeah. Okay, so you take your wheel off. And you have to remove this shield here, and there's I don't know if there's a bolt under there you got to undo. I don't think you do, but you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I believe the shield comes off. Yeah, there were a few more. These little bolts, there's these little metal ones. There's 2 of them back under here that hold that splash on, and then there's a rubber strip that goes right along in here. So there it is. So this is it right here. This is this little tank. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's wet under here, like it's been leaking. So at least I could sleep at night now. There's just, the level on it is right there. So that doesn't bother me a whole lot. I thought the whole thing was full. So I'm not going to take it out, but there's just a couple bolts. You got to take this vacuum tank out, this white one on the right hand side. That's one of those plastic vacuum lines. I'm not sure what it controls. It's so bizarre. I don't know if it's for the door locks or whatever is vacuum operated in there. I don't know if there's another one of these, maybe. I think the vacuum pump for the locking system is under the rear seat. I don't know if there's another tank under there, I forget. But yeah, there's a black line, plastic, and a red line. And then you can look up in here. Those are your hinges. This right here is it's a drain that'll just drain on the ground. There's that wonderful shield. I've taken it off. When I first took it off, there was so much crap in there. I mean, there was 30 years worth. Yeah, that drain, I believe, I think it's this one right here. Oh, you can't really see it, but yeah, it's right. It's right there. So that's what controls that. Yeah, I'm just gonna put this thing, put it back in. At least now I know that thing isn't full. I'm not gonna take it apart. Too much of a pain, but yeah, this is a line on top that goes down to it. And this line was kind of rotted, so I'd cut it and I put a splice in there. So yeah, so when that cap releases under pressure, it shoots coolant through there. That's usually like when you're running super hot, you know, during the middle of the summer and stuff like that. But hopefully I got that leak that we see down there. Hopefully that was it. This horrible little rubber hose. As long as it's not leaking from the metal part, that'd be good. Come on, little flashlight thingy. Yeah. I could always move the clamp closer to there, but I think I got it. We'll see. Yeah, after you replace all these hoses and stuff, you got to go back and check for tightness. I usually do, but you know, months later, everything kind of expansion, contraction, and all that fun stuff in it. Things start leaking, just a little bit. Other than that, the car's doing fantastic. Next projects on this car will probably be during the summer or maybe springtime. We'll work on let's see, the interior. A lot of the fabrics are coming loose. Would like to get a new seat belt or fix a lot of these 90s Mercedes. This time the seat belts, they stop retracting. You can clean them. There's YouTube videos. You can see, take it out, put it in a bucket of water, clean it. It's from the grease on your body and your hand that slows it down. Sometimes that works, not very often. It's usually, it just gets tired. There's a spring inside the mechanism that supposedly, I've seen one video where the guy did it. He took it all apart and he tightened that spring in there just a little bit, just enough to give that seatbelt a new life and, you know, retract back to its home. Because that can drive you crazy when you get this floppy seatbelt. So, anyways, this is John. I'm done with that, but if you ever need to get to that, you know how to do it now. All right, I'll talk to you later.